Hey guys, just want to say welcome. The name's Nathan Ellington. My previous profession, I was a football player, professional football player, since the age of 17 to the age of around 32. Now, cut a long story short, I had a great career, and with that came a great lifestyle. But one thing that happened afterwards is I was struggling. I struggled quite a bit after my career because I made the wrong investments. I invested into businesses, I invested into property, and to be fair, they didn't come off in the end. And I basically had to start from square one when I finished my career. Everything that I had built had to go because I went through bankruptcy a few years ago. And since then, I've been struggling, but never giving up. Always looking for that something, that industry, that business, that something that can get me back to the same lifestyle that I once lived. Now, I never ever gave up. Like I said, I had the same determination to do something, to become an entrepreneur and start something of my own that I could, that could actually sustain the lifestyle that I once lived. Now, me and my family were all very used to, obviously, the nicer things in life, having time to spend with family and do things. So, it came to an abrupt end a few years ago when I stopped playing, and I had to find a way. And to be honest, it took 4 years of trying and failing in many different things. But last year, July, I came across trading in the Forex markets. I was introduced to this business, which teaches you how to trade in the Forex markets. Now, I didn't understand anything about Forex. I didn't even know what it meant at the time. But one thing I did understand was it's a $5.3 trillion a day industry. So when I understood that, that made me realize that an industry can definitely take care of my financial needs if I learn to master that area. Now, also, I was introduced to network marketing, something which many people don't know about. But what it is you use a network that you have to market some sort of product. And that's the way you can build business. Now, network marketing, what it does is it allows you, before I actually say that, I want you to understand one thing. The first name that should come to your mind when it comes to talking about, big names in business, I would say Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. Bill Gates himself said, if I were to start again, I would choose a network marketing business. So for me, hearing that, I understood that I need to find out what this industry is all about. And when I did, I came across some really, really surprising and good things. One of the things was the fact that you're taking over a business. You're basically taking a franchise of a business without all the overheads, without all the payments and the major payments that you have to pay out, the investment that you have to pay out to start one of these franchises and hope that it works. Now, with network marketing, what they do is they allow you to take on the product that they have, they give you all of the support that you need, and then they tell you to get on with it. Now, what makes you successful is if you become professional at doing that business. If you just try out a business, you're never going to make it. Even if you started a business of your own and you just tried it out, felt the waters here and there, and came up against some hurdles, what would happen? You would quit. Now, in this business, they allow you to take as long as you want to master the business. Once you've mastered the business, you will go places. Now, with this business, what makes it so amazing is the fact that the product that I'm using, it actually is money. The product that I'm promoting is money. So you don't actually need to promote anything. You don't need to get customers, as of which to make money in the forex industry. All you need is a little bit of money, and then you make money with that money. Now, who does forex? Which is for an exchange when you exchange one currency for another. Who does that? The banks. When you put your money into the bank, well, that's what they're doing with your money. They actually take your money and trade with it on a daily basis. And guess what they do? They give you 0.3 to 0.5% of your balance in the end of the year. 0.3 to 0.5. Imagine how much they're making with your money, without money. So what I would say is, why not do what they're doing? Learn how to trade in the markets and make money the same way the banks are making money with yours. So instead of making 0.3% over, let's say, a whole year, you can make between 5 to 20 to 30 to 50% every single month. on your money, depending on how much risk you take, depending on how good you are at the business. Now, anyway, cut the long story short, let's now go into what the business is all about. I'm just going to share my screen. I'm going to take my video off now, and I'm going to just show you exactly how I'm pulling money out the market on a daily basis. Okay, so shut my screen off, and I'm going to just share my screen. Right, so currently what we have here is a company called iMarkets Live. iMarkets Live is an educational company who just help you to learn how to trade for a very, very good price. Now, normally you're paying between 3,000 to 5,000 for a weekend course, but here you're not spending that at all. You're spending hundreds, and it's just a monthly subscription to education like this. I'm just going to show you the education. This is my mum's account, as you could see. It said Claire Ellington. That's my mum, and I just want to show you what this company is all about. So you're going to get A to Z, from basics to advanced, on everything you need to know about trading. And they come in small 10-minute videos. So here, look, you've got basics 1, you've got 10-minute videos here. History of Forex. What is Forex? What is traded? So you're going to get to know the very, very basics of the market. Let me just give you a little preview. I know you can't hear it because I got my headphones on, but there's talking in it, and it's very, very fun and very addictive. Now, that's the education. Then you also have some products. Swipe Trades is absolutely amazing. It's actually on an app on your phone, which it tells you what to do. It's just a copy and paste, no experience needed whatsoever. Copy and paste tool that allows you to take money out of the market on a daily basis. And I'm just going to take you straight to how you take money out of the market, and then we'll take it from there. Now, I've just drawn in some lines. This is the euro versus the CAD. So this is euro versus Canadian dollar. The price right now is currently at $1.57 to the euro. So $1 Canadian dollar 57.957 to the euro. Okay, that's what the value is today. So to give you an understanding of what trading is, just refer to my other video, and that will be all explained there. But for now, I just want to show you something, a basic strategy that you're going to learn once you've gone through, guess what? Basics 1, 2, 3, 4, and technical analysis. Once you've done that, you can then go onto IML TV, where you're going to get to see some of the best traders teach you the first basic strategy that you're going to learn. What they taught me was something called support and resistance. So basically, it goes as easy as this. I've drawn in these boxes here, and these boxes, and these lines. Okay, so I can delete these lines, for example. This is the EuroCAD, like I said. On every single pair, I've drawn lines like this. Why have I drawn these lines? Because the market reversed at this point. It stopped here and decided to go back up. So I drew a line here and made sure that line was in. And then I drew an area where the market actually in between. Obviously, there's a few areas in between where it's actually also stopped. So the market tends to stop in the same place that it stopped before. So like now, if I go back in history, this line that I've just drawn in, I'm telling you now, it will be an area where it came from underneath and stopped. See, that came from underneath and stopped. Even if you go back in time, you will see an area where it came from on top and stopped, and from underneath and stopped. Let me see one. Let me go to, let's say, 4-hourly chart, and let's take another look at it properly. There we are. 1 second. So you see, I've drawn a line here. Take a look. The market, what it does. And let's see if we can find something. Wow, let's go back in time. Okay. So there it is. Where's the market stopped? The market stopped here. The market stopped here and then carried on through. But this is what happens. The other lines that I've drawn, look, the market stopped here, here. The market stopped around here and around here. These are the areas where the market's actually been going up and then turns around. Been going down and then turns around. Look, see, it stopped here, came back down. That's why I've drawn these lines in. They're called support and resistance. I'm not going to teach you too much today. I just want to show you how you make money in the markets, how easy it is for you to make money in markets. So, for example, let's go back in time to around about, let's say here. Let's delete the future, okay? Now we're here. Imagine this is where the market is right now, and I don't know what's coming up. But I've drawn my resistance and my support. In other terms, you can say this is the floor, this is the ceiling. The market tends to hit the ceiling, hit the floor, hit the ceiling, hit the floor. If it breaks through to here, will it retest as a ceiling or will it come back through and still be the floor? If it retests as a ceiling and then it comes back down, know it's heading for this floor. Now, this is now the new ceiling and no longer the floor here. It's now the ceiling hitting the floor. Support, resistance, support, resistance. Think of it as a house. You're at the house, you're on the bottom floor. This is the ceiling in the first floor, in the bottom floor. But if you were to break through and land on here, this is now your support. And this is now the ceiling. This is level 1. So imagine, let's see what happens here. Let's just keep going. Imagine the market's moving. I'm only going to buy or sell in these areas. So the market, when it touches the area, that's my cue to take a look and see what happens next. If I see a big candle come down, I'm going to sell to this area here. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to make money. Okay. I think, let's see, has it retested? It's retested the area. Can I see a drop? It's retested. That's retested for me now. Can I see a big candle? It's not too big. There we are. That one there. That would have been a candle for me to get in. So what I would do is I come in here and I decide to open up a trade from here with my risk. Just, let's say, I'd even say 40 pips risk. Okay. And let's say I'm now heading for 115 pips. There we go. So it's a 2.84 ratio, risk to reward. So I'm risking 40, but I'm making 2.8 times that if it hits my target. Okay. That's what I've said. So imagine you have £1,000. Let's just take a look at this. Let's say you have £1,000 in your account. Okay. You want to risk, let's say, 2% of your account on all trades. So what is that? It's £20. Okay. So what do you do? What you do is that's 40 pips risk. So what we do is £20 divided by, where's the divide button? There isn't a divide button here. Divided by 40 pips. That comes out at let's do 20 divided by 40. Obviously it's 0.5, isn't it? Let's just make sure. Divided by 40 is 0.5. Yeah. So now what you would do is you would go on a 50 pence a pip trade, 0.5. Okay. That's what you're going for. So if you were to lose, you lose £20. But if you're to make profit, how much you're going to make? 115 times 0.5. So you just half that. 115 times 0.5 equals 57.50 if you win that trade. And if it loses, you're going to lose £20. So let's look at this. That's £20 risk. And you're looking to make 57.50 on your £1,000. Okay. So let's see what happens next. Will it go down and hit your take profit? It's going, it's going, it's going. Yes, it has. It's hit my profit. I'm now £57 the richer. Let's take a look at what happens next. Let's just do 5 trades or so and we can see. The market comes down, pushes down into here. I'm thinking, wait a minute. That looks like it could be a sell. Do we wait for the retest or do we just leave this? Let's see if there's a nice, but the stop loss is too big. I don't think I want to get in on this, even though because it's pushed through here, the chances are it's probably going to come down here, but I would wait for a retest before I get in. So I'd have to wait and see if it retests. If it doesn't, yeah, there's the retest. It's come back through. It's still the floor in the top area. It's come back down now. Okay, so now it's heading for the next blue area. Yes, it has. It's hit the new blue area. There we are. So if you were to come in here, you would have made that. But because this, you could have looked at this as a retest and then came back down. Or you could have thought, you know what, that's not too clear. Let me miss that trade. But if you did make that trade, let's see what you would have made. You would have got in here with a stop loss of around, let's say somewhere 60 pips. Looking to make, actually you would have got in on that trade, 100 pips. So at 50 pence a pip, you would have made 100 pips. You would have made an extra £50 on that trade if you took it. But let's say you didn't. Now the market's hit the floor and it's bounced up to here. What am I looking at here? Now it's a buy. It's something very, very simple, guys. Very, very simple. I'm looking for 80 pips with a stop loss of, you see, the risk to reward is not 1 to 1.5. Although you probably could get in on this and go up to here, but let's wait and see. Let's just wait and see with that. Let me take a look now. So let's see the next one. So this is all you're doing. If I could just show you, what would you have made on the next trade? All right, you're not getting in. You're not getting in. Right, that's come down and tested the floor again, and it's come up. So maybe you would get in here. I think maybe. No, it's not. It's not an engulfing candle. So the candle, but these three may count as being bigger than this one. You might say to yourself, you know what? I'm now getting in on a buy here. I'm aiming for, let's say, 85 pips. Will make me half of that, 42.50 with a. You see, the risk to reward is not great. If you would have got in earlier down here and had a stop loss just 5 pips below that, that's about 40, let's say 45 pips. Now you got a better risk to reward. I'd go for that. 122 pips with a 44 pip risk. So you know this is £20 and you would know what that is. Let's say that's 50 pence a pip again. You're making over, £60 on that if it goes up. Let's see if that actually does what we expect it to do. It's on its way up. It's come down and it's hit your stop loss. So you've lost your £20, okay, but you're £57 up. And this is all you need to do. All you need to recognize is what the market does when it pushes out of one zone. What's it do? Pushes out of here, pushes up to here. So you would have made your £60 back on that trade, okay? Now look what's happened. It's broken through into here. You're waiting for a retest and then to go up, although it might just go up anyway. But now it's retest and it's gone back up. So what do? You now get on a long. You do a buy from here and you're aiming for here. Again, you've got, let's say, 60 pip risk. Let's even say 70 pip risk. Still better than a 1.5 risk to reward. And you're going for 120 pips. So another £60 you're going for. Let's see what happens. Looks like it might hit your stop loss. Oh yeah, yes it has. It hit your stop loss. But if the market actually went 30 pips the right way, you would have. When a trade goes 30 pips the right way, what one of our strategies is to make your stop loss at break even. So if it returned on itself, it hits break even. You don't lose a penny. So that's another addition to it, which I didn't tell you yet. But again, look, we've got the sell. You just know what happens next. Watch what happens next. It hit retests. Is it going down or is it going back up? If it goes down, I'm heading for the floor. I'm looking for a big one. There we are. I'm heading for the floor. Okay. You see what happens? It hits the floor. It's pretty much, you could take profit there. Okay. You're going to take profit there, getting in on that. That's what, how many pips? That's already 100 pips. So that's an extra £50 made there. So you get the drift, guys. If I just was to let this play out, look what happens. It bounces, it retests. Now it goes back up. Right, let's see what happens. Is it going to push up or is it going to push down? Looks like it's going to push down. Right, that's where we're at right now on the Euro CAD. So look where the market is. Right here, I'm expecting that to come down and touch. Look what my thing says. This is where I'm actually in at the moment, and it's on its way down to here. That's what I've done. So it's very, very simple. You can do this with any pair, GBP, USD, any pairs you can do it with. That's all we're doing. I've marked up the charts. You see what happens? It pushes down, it touches the floor. Pushes up, it goes up more than 30 pips. Pushes down, it's coming down. So this could be on its way down to here. That's what I'm expecting. It pushes up. What happens? It goes all the way up, touches this area. Comes up here again, it pushes up. It's not going to hit your stop loss. Pushes up, touches. It always happens, guys. Look, you go back in time, pushes down. And this is just a basic strategy. There are other things that you add to this, but just to show you that this is how you can pull money out of the markets, and this is what I've been doing. There's more to the strategy, but I just wanted you to see exactly how this works. And yeah, this is absolutely amazing. Obviously, if you want to know how to do this, get in contact and I will go through all of the details with you and show you how quickly you could be making money with your smartphone. Very, very simple stuff, very easy. And then I would say take heed of what's going on here and just have a look, because I've never seen anything like this. You can make money just from your phone in your pajamas if you want to. That's what makes it such a great business. The fact that you don't even need to leave your home to make, a monthly income. And sometimes even in a day, you can make a monthly income. Right now, I'm looking at my account, and because I've got like 11,000 in, I've got a trade that's currently £1,400 in profit. So that's very, very nice to see. I'm just waiting for that to hit my take profit, 20 pips away from hitting my profit, and then I'll take it from there. So with that, anyway, I just want you to know that this is what I'm doing at the moment, and I'm helping people who also want to go through the same, lifestyle, continue the same lifestyle that they had as a football player. If they don't have anything in place yet, this is something that I think you should take a serious look at and, decide to get on board. Because learning from the basics 1 to 4 and the technical analysis takes about 5 hours of learning, of videos. And then you can get started with a demo account, which doesn't use real money. And then you can take it from there. So with that being said, I'll leave you with that there, and see you guys later. Bye-bye.